30 years ago, the U.S. was in debt only $1 trillion. Today, it is almost $17 trillion. Small business is rapidly dying, and only 7% farm workers are self-employed. That is an all-time record low. We can use the money we give professional athletes to help our economy and help all of us. More than 1 million students are homeless in the U.S., and kids who are homeless usually have parents who are unemployed. There are 15 million Americans who are unemployed. Think of how many children that those people need to feed but can't because they don't have a job. It is unfair that professional athletes get paid so much when others get paid nothing at all. In 2011, the mean hourly wage was $21.35, but many get paid much less. The amusement park and recreation workers, $9.50 an hour. Fast food cooks, $8.91 an hour. These are average people, and they need food and shelter, but they don't have enough money to get the luxuries of what professional athletes get, like multiple houses and multiple cars. My opponents may say that professional athletes go through physical and mental stress, but others, such as those in the military, go through an immense more amount of pain. And yes, professional athletes are at risk of getting hurt, but so is everybody else. I can get hurt just crossing the street, but nobody's paying me millions for that. Professional athletes do practice about 40 hours a week, which is a lot, but most sports do practice hard, and we work just as hard as any professional athlete does. My opponents also may say that professional athletes are good at what they do, so they should get paid millions, but so are Olympians. And Olympians go out and compete against people across the entire world. Professional athletes usually just go against people in the U.S., but Olympians represent all of us, the U.S., united as one. They may also say that professional athletes work very hard, but most of them only play until their 30s or 40s. Others work until their retirement, which is their 60s or 70s. And by that time, professional athletes can have a surplus amount of money that they can spend on drugs and alcohol, which can badly influence the children of today and tomorrow. My sister has a prosthetic leg, and on average, it's about $20,000 per leg, and insurance doesn't cover much of that. But yes, their injuries may cost a lot, but she needs to get about 2 legs every single year, so that's about $40,000. But we don't get paid millions. We have to use the money that we work for every single day to help pay for that. Therefore, professional athletes should not get paid the millions of dollars they do today.
My opponents have said that athletes pay charities with their money, but I disagree because do you really think that all athletes pay charities $11 million? They are paid so much that they could pay the charities many millions of dollars and still have millions left. Therefore, the athletes can still have $1 million left to pay on whatever they would like. My teammates and I have said the government could use the money for the homeless, the economy, and to try to find a cure for cancer. With the surplus amount of money, we could help the families in need, help children with warm homes and food, give it to the people that protect and save our lives. We are in trillions of dollars of debt, and you thought a Lamborghini was a lot of money. We could buy 57 million Lamborghinis with the amount of money that we are in debt. According to Steve Reinberg, 1 in 10 athletes in the NFL have used steroids. This shows that this isn't sporadic. With the money they get, they can use it on drugs. This can then influence the kids that watch them play. As reported by Jessica Menton, Ben Johnson used steroids in the Olympics. He was then caught and stripped of his gold medal. We all know he and his teammates were very disappointed in him. Wouldn't you be? This could have been prevented by paying them less money. The average NFL player makes $5.2 million a year, and the president leading our country only makes $200,000. Quoted by Evan S.R., America believes in education. The average professor earns as much money as a professional athlete earns in 1 week. Yes, there might be only a 3% chance to go to the pros, but people go through 8 to 12 years of college. The world knows that this can be controlled by paying the athletes less money. Paying them less is better than giving them money to spend on drugs or anything else to hurt them mentally, physically, and along with hurting their teammates. So all in all, a person with a helmet defending his country should get paid more than a person with a helmet defending a football.
My teammates have oversaid the difficulties of lowering athletes' pay. They deserve deserve their pay because they have worked their whole life to be in the position they stand. Many athletes have families at home that they need pay, support, in order to fulfill their roles in their household. Since athletes are also more injury prone than most professions, they need the money to pay towards their medical bills. A lot of onlookers also don't realize that a percentage of their paycheck is going to charities or organizations, such as College Prep Academy, London Health Science Center, and Carver Academy. Professional players give off inspiration that is undescribable without expecting excessive pay for it. Inspiration is something that cannot be bought but created, and athletes show us this in many ways. Lowering athletes' pay can harm fans' point of view of them. From my personal experience, my first baseball game was at the Metrodome, which recently went under demolition. I was watching the Cleveland Indians and Minnesota Twins go head-to-head for playoffs. I remember seeing the dedication and effort those players put into that game. On the way home from that trip, I learned how much money they actually made. Even at a young age, this amount seemed correct. But how would my opinion change if at that time they would have been receiving a lower paycheck? How would that affect the way they played? Would they still show effort and passion in the field? Thing is, money is not what provokes inspiration. Athletes show us that by creating it. Therefore, athletes' pay should remain the same because, just like the next person, they have a family at home to support, medical bills that have to be paid, and charities and organizations that look forward to their donations. They've made sacrifices their entire life by giving up their privacy, constantly being mobbed for pictures or autographs. Giving up their privacy is the price they pay. Would you want to do that for less money?
Who drastically hurt himself during a basketball game, but Melissa lost so much more. Kevin Ware, yeah, he might go to rehab and it may take him a long time to recover, but he'll do it. But Melissa will never get back what she lost. She now has to keep a dog with her at all times due to her having post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, she gets paid millions and millions less than professional athletes, and I don't think that's right. And, I mean, because she lost her leg, she does have to get legs every year, but she doesn't get paid millions and millions. Where professional athletes, they hurt themselves, they get sprained ankles, yeah, but that doesn't cost millions and millions of dollars. The average Cub player in 2012 got paid $6 million, and as my teammate said, and as my opponent said, yeah, some may have the hearts to donate, but not all of them. Just a small fraction of them do. Police keep domestic tranquility, which, may I remind you, is the Third Amendment. Is dribbling a basketball one? My own dad is a firefighter, and every day I see him risk his life for others. And even on days he's not working, he has a pager next to him at all times, so he's ready at a moment's notice to go into a burning building and save people who are in need. He also goes on medical calls, even if it's hot or cold, no matter what it is. He goes and he saves people's lives. He has witnessed people die. Now tell me why he shouldn't get as much money as professional athletes do. Is it because he can't shoot hoops or score a touchdown? He and all the other service people who risk their lives and do things that professional athletes don't have to do. Yeah, they practice hard, but people people who serve in the military or police and firemen, they give up their lives for us. Every single one of us in this room has some way been affected by someone serving in the military, a firefighter, or a policeman. I think we should give our gratitude to them. Therefore, professional athletes should not get paid as much as they do today.